Good afternoon, fellow traders. Black Coffee Trader coming to you. Today is Monday, the 15th of April, and we started the week off on a positive note. Had a green day today. I think we have a net on the funded accounts of $529, so not a fantastic day, but still a pretty solid day. My Apex accounts did very, very well today. Not so good on the take profit account. Did pass another Apex eval today, so that makes we'll have 5 funded accounts tomorrow. I also blew up a couple of evals in the process, but in any case, we got one across the finish line. I had a take profit account rebill and had a rough day on those. Again, we'll talk more about that here in a minute. That's really the only negative for today, is just the seemingly unluckiness on my take profit accounts. But let's take a look at TradeZella and take a look at today. Obviously, as we can see, we kind of broke our red streak. We had 2 red days last week on Wednesday and Thursday. Ended the week with a green day, followed up today with another green day. And if you notice, very few trades, like 32 trades today on the funded accounts. I've had, I don't know, I've just been paying attention to that a little bit. Usually if I start to go over about 50, it typically signifies somewhere the wheels are coming off. And so it's best if I keep that trade volume down a little bit and take better trades. So, but yeah, very happy with how today went. On the rhythmic accounts, obviously on the Apex accounts, very, very good day. And not so good on that take profit account. Let's look at the take profit account in just by itself. We are starting to create a little bit of a pattern here. We went green, 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 and then we've got a red-green pattern going. So I need to break that hopefully tomorrow. And again, let's just dive into that while we're here. The problem with the take profit account, I traded it this morning pre-market, and I got into some bad trades, and it really just kind of set the tone. This was early this morning. I had an $80 loser. Here I had a $95 loser. Then I had a $200 loser. And then I traded oil mainly today with the take profit account. And again, didn't take a lot of trades. I was looking at this level here. I thought this was going to reject. I was just wrong. We just ripped right through it. Here I had a bad. I went long here this morning around 10 o'clock, and that ended up being a $200 loser. I shorted at the top here. That ended up being a winner, but then I shorted again, which ended up being a loser. And so it was just one of those days. I took another trade here. This is kind of an intermediate level that I have drawn out, and I thought this was going to continue higher. Did not. And so I finally just said, no, I've had enough. 800 is a lot. I had thought about this over the weekend. I was going to be very careful and not to give back these big days on funded accounts. And I went and did it on the take profit, but again, the biggest thing, really, I shouldn't have taken those pre-market trades. Now, granted, I was wrong on some of these oil trades, and it just is what it is. But ES, it looks like I took a couple trades on ES. Those were actually break even, basically, or a little bit of a winner, small winners. Nothing crazy there. So, but then looking at on the Apex accounts, I really just took a couple of trades and traded those extremely well. I was very, very happy with just how those trades went. On my 30 account, it looks like I had a couple oil trades that were winners. I did have a loser there, the way that looks. Whoops, I'm on the wrong account, never mind. Yeah, had a couple winning trades in oil this morning, just caught that move up on that account. But yeah, it just doesn't really make, not really necessary to just jump into every single trade here, but I really want to talk about the levels. I really was careful with how I traded today. Again, we had a massive dump, and we finally fell out of this range we've been in for the last, since what, February 7th, I believe? Yeah, we've been sitting in this range for a long time, and we finally broke down, had a massive sell-off today on NQ. So now we're approaching this, the next level that we've had marked out from way back when at 17.8. So we're flirting with that level. Kind of curious to see what the overnight does and see if we have any kind of a bounce off of this 800, or if we just are going to continue to just sell off. So we'll kind of see. If you've been paying attention, these purple lines I just added in as some intermediate levels in case we hung into this level today, into this zone. I was just looking at where are some support resistance areas that I could look at and potentially look for kind of some scalpish trades off of that, which obviously didn't really come into play too much today. On ES, again, pretty similar to NQ. We had a massive sell-off again today there. Fell below this 51.30 level. So again, I'm kind of curious to see where this goes. We're kind of in a free-for-all. I may have to add a couple of levels if this continues to drop and kind of look at some more support areas that we may have had back going into January and possibly December. And then oil. Oil actually went higher today, and this is something that I've noticed. Typically, when NQ or the ES sells off, oil goes higher, and vice versa. If we have a buyer stepping in on NQ and ES, and that's ripping higher, then typically oil starts to sell off, and that's kind of been the trend. Although I was watching that on some of these trades today that went against me on take profit, but it just is what it is. That's not a 100% guarantee, but that trend kind of seems to be the case. If you look at today, we just had this kind of continuous squeeze to the upside in oil, and if you look at the same thing happening on NQ, obviously this was a move down. So that's kind of interesting. But looking at our payout goals and the targets that we have on the Apex accounts, we hit all of the goals today. Well, no, we didn't. I didn't see that. We were close on the top one. We need 515 a day to get that account across the finish line this week and make a payout this week yet. So that's a big hurdle. So I'm not sure if I'll get there or not, but 455 today, we needed 515. On 32, I needed 252. I had 319. On 33, this is the account that we were the closest to payout. I needed 281 today. I had 376. And then the last one, account 35, I needed 158, and I had 208. And obviously, we had a red day on the take profit account, so it is what it is there. But if I were to happen, I've had a couple good days on this 30 account where I've just taken another couple trades and have been winners. But if I can continue that 500 range, there is a small chance that I could have two accounts at payout this week with Apex. So I'm not counting on that. I'm really more looking at this 33 account, since we're at $19.53 in profit, so we're $647 away to be exact. So we need a couple good days, and we should be there at payout with that account. So obviously, we did pass this eval, so we'll have another funded account tomorrow, which we're going to be looking at the May 2nd area for payout there. So one of my challenges, or not really a challenge, one of my focal points really is I'm going to be trying to add some pass some evals and add some funded accounts. I'd like to get back up to 10 Apex accounts. It just makes it a little bit easier to get to payouts in my mind if you have several accounts and you're just working that system. And again, also one of the big goals is to try to pass these take profit evals and get 3 take profit pro funded accounts. I think that is the max you're allowed to have with take profit is 3 accounts. And obviously we have this the main one that we've taken one payout with, and like to get these other 2 across the finish line. So did some damage to that account today, or to those accounts today, but that's okay. We can recover that. I've done that many times, so I'm not too worried about it, even though it's not ideal. So, but yeah, very happy with Apex. We had a very good day. That's back-to-back really good days, and I'm really happy about that. So we will see what tomorrow holds. I'm curious to see if this market continues this sell-off, or if we get any kind of a rebound. So, but I am really glad to see Apex. Goodness, I'm pretty tired, obviously, as you can tell. I'm really glad to see NQ finally coming out of this range. I personally don't really care if we're selling or if we're buying. So just seeing us break out of this big block that we've been in for the past couple of months is really kind of good, and hopefully that moves this market into some different areas and we get some better price action. So yeah, we shall see. So once again, thank you. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. I try to do these update videos every day, taking you along on my journey as we continue the march to payouts and Payoutville, the ultimate destination that we all have. And also want to just again say thank you for you guys using my codes, whether it's Apex, my code BBLSTPTS, always getting you the best deal. They're awesome. 80% off and 1-day pass running through the end of this month. Or the Take Profit BCT code for Black Coffee Trader gets you the best deal with Take Profit. So again, thank you. Hope you had a great day today. Have a great night, and we'll have another update for you tomorrow. So long.